What's up, guys? Sarus here, and I'm back in my studio! Oh, my little small studio of, like, old blankets and party crap all over the place, but I'm home! Oh my god! Okay, so, I had a stressful, very, very stressful, anxiety-ridden, but fantastic vacation all at the same time. And it was like a roller coaster of emotions, but we'll get into that later. So I wanted to talk a little bit about what happened. I have a lot of stuff that's going on with my family. I'm not going to get into details because they'll probably hunt me down and murder me if I talk about most of it. There were some family issues. And I was thrown into the middle of it without being told in, I think, enough. Like, I was told in detail what was going on, but not, I think, enough detail. There were one or two things that were left out. And as soon as I got there, like, as soon as I pulled up into the driveway, shit just started. And it was... It was interesting. So, yeah, that was a good portion of my, workation, I guess you could call it. I really didn't get any promotion stuff done when it came to the channel, but it didn't really matter to me. I mainly went to go have fun because I hadn't gone to this convention in a long time. By the way, Sakura-Con was fan-fucking-tastic. Now, the last time I had gone was 2013. I was like 7.5 months pregnant. And, oh my god, it was absolutely incredible. There were so many more people there. This thing grows every single year. And oh god, it was so crowded and there was so much amazing cosplay. It was great. Now, I didn't get nearly as much footage as I wanted to because there were some really cool things that were going on simultaneously, and it's kind of hard to be there two places at once. If you're going with a group and everybody's got a camera, it makes it easier, but I was literally there all by myself. I met some people and they were really cool. I also got to go down to Pike Place Market and I got to walk around there for a bit. That was really fun. I got some footage of that, so that should be up here in a day or two. I got a lot of video footage and it's all gonna be cut up into days because if I were to put it all together, it would be hours upon hours upon hours. I got a lot of footage. So I think it's gonna be cut up into probably 3 or 4 hours worth of video. I'm not quite sure. Just a lot of video footage of all the different cosplay. The cosplay competition, I got footage of that thing. I also got, let's see, I took video of all the vendors and what they were selling. I took video of the artist alleyway. I took video of Pike Place Market, even some people yelling at me because apparently they didn't like pictures, but technically they didn't want pictures of their stuff, but I mean, technically it wasn't pictures, it was video. I mean, you can always pause it, but still, you would think they'd be okay with at least video footage, because, I mean, that, especially putting it up on social media like that, that's free advertisement for them. And pictures I can understand, you know, because you don't want anybody copying their stuff. I don't know. I don't fucking know. It's gonna go up anyways. But yeah, so I wanted to get some video of the waterfront, which, if you've ever been to Seattle, or if you live in Seattle right now, you know that Pike Place Market is right here. And then you have to go downstairs because it's in like this really tall building, because Seattle is nothing but just like really steep hills and stuff. You have to go down, you either go downstairs, or you have to go downstairs, or you have to go down like these really sharp hills to get down to the waterfront. You know, where all the shops are on the waterfront, where the aquarium is. Where is it? Pier 57 Ivar's is, Miner's Landing, all those small shops down there. And I was gonna do that, but I just didn't have enough time. And plus, the places where I was staying didn't really give me a whole lot of access to get there when I did, so I was only able to get into the waterfront area once. I was hoping to go more than once, but like I said, I was very preoccupied with some family stuff that I had to help take care of. But no, the convention was absolutely great. It was fantastic. I didn't get to do as much as I wanted to, but I mean, there weren't like a whole lot of animes that I wanted to watch that they had in the theaters anyways. They had like 6 giant theaters that were playing like different animes and stuff 24/7. And there just really wasn't any that I was interested in, mainly because I haven't been watching a whole lot of new anime, which normally isn't me. Normally I would used to watch anime like absolutely crazy, but I guess ever since I really started like doing a lot of research on YouTube before I did the channel, and when I started doing other things online, it made it hard. It makes it hard for me to really keep up with the new stuff. So I don't mind it. I've always been more of a YouTube bug than I have been most other things. YouTube and anime are like the 2 things that I watch, and I also watch a little Netflix. Usually I watch that at night and I'll just have it on while I go to sleep. Yeah, so I wanted to show you guys the stuff that I bought at the convention. I didn't buy a whole lot, but the stuff I bought wasn't cheap. So there's that. Okay, so I want to show you what I got for the fairy. I got him wrist guards! Yay! See, as you can see, they're the Trinity sign, and they've got the buckles and everything on the front. It's actually, his arms are big enough to where I can just slide them right in. But I have small wrists, comparatively to my arms, so they're a little too big for they don't have any my size for my wrists though. Well, I mean, they do, but then the sizes, like, my arm's just really weird, I guess. I don't know. I need to lose more weight. I get it. But it's real leather, and because of that, we have to form them, so we gotta stress them a little bit. We have to keep them like this, for a while, both of them. And we gotta kind of just work them so that the leather gets worked, so it's easier to put them on and off and stuff. So he's been looking for a pair of these, and I got them, and they were awesome. I almost got some for myself, but I had to be money conscious because I only had so much going there, and well, yeah, you do have to be money conscious, otherwise you will spend every penny you have at these conventions, which isn't a bad thing, but it's not a good thing at the same time. I really couldn't find anything for Baby Dragon. And it's just because he's so small and because he's so young, they really don't make anything for little boys his age. He's almost 3, by the way. And there really wasn't anything that I could get him. Which really broke my heart because I wanted to get him something, but I was able to get Soul Dragon something. And with the power of editing, I go from just looking normal to so I got her these cat ears. They're made by Yaya, and if you know who Yaya is in the cosplay world, she's one of the most famous cosplayers of all time. She's got her own pattern line. She's got her own even material line that you can buy at Joann's craft store, and apparently ears stuff too. So I bought these for her. They come with the little bows and things, and they got little fur, and God, she wore them. She didn't get them until after she got home from school because I was afraid she'd try to like sneak them into her backpack and wear them at school because she asked to wear them tomorrow. Well, you guys are watching this, so today for you guys, tomorrow for me, at school, and I told her no because I didn't want to ruin it. And she loves cat ears and things, and she's very, very Lolita-esque. She likes to dress very cutesy Lolita. Even her raincoat is like pink with like flowers and bows on it. So it's really, really cute. So now you guys get to see the stuff that I bought myself, because of course I'm gonna buy myself more stuff because I was there. So the first thing I bought was, I'm trying to think which one was the first thing I bought, I think, was a giant, okay, so I bought myself a fan. As you can see, wow, this thing is absolutely huge. I'm trying to make sure it stays within frame. And it's also like horses and stuff on the back. I don't know if this is like the right side. If this is backwards and anybody can read this, I apologize. I don't think it is. I think this is like the right way it's supposed to be. Yeah, this is the right way. But yeah, so I got myself this fan with like these horses on them. It's got some writing on them. It's made out of satin material and real wood. So it's really nice. I love it. This is the biggest fan I own now. So I'm gonna have to find a way to put that on display. I also got myself a giant like chainmail necklace that's got these leaves on it. Look at that. It jingles. There's so many of them, and it's huge. As you can see, it just wraps around my neck. It's also really fucking heavy because it's chainmail. I'm trying to make sure that I can see that because I got my camera picture on my other screen. Remember, I've got two screens. But yeah, I've got all these colors right here. They're absolutely cool. It's like, what is it? It's silver, copper, or more of a gray, I guess. Gray, copper, and green, all these different leaves. And it comes with earrings. So I wore these. I wore these with my brown and gold dress, I guess, because I really don't have any, and I really don't have any jewelry that goes with it, unfortunately. Which is also why I bought the fan, because I don't have any fans that go with it either. And the last thing that I bought myself, and again, I didn't buy a whole lot of stuff because stuff can be very expensive there, and I didn't go with like $1 million. If I had gone with $1,000, I would have come home with a whole other suitcase. I bought myself a mask because I actually went to the masquerade ball. No, I did not film said masquerade ball. Even if I did, it was really dark and you wouldn't be able to see half of it. My camera doesn't do, my camcorder, which I'm not using, by the way. I'm using the Logitech right now, but the camcorder doesn't do that well in darkness. It sometimes gets a little grainy, so I have to be careful with that, and I knew it wasn't gonna do well. So I did end up buying a mask, which means I was blind like half the time I was there because I have horrible eyesight. I'm gonna be blind in the next couple of years, I swear to fucking Christ. And this thing bends really easily. Oh no! One of the rhinestones is missing. Oh no! I'm gonna have to replace it. No! I mean, granted, the mask was only 20 bucks, but that's actually really expensive. So I gotta take my glasses off. So this is my mask. See, it wore like that. It's absolutely huge. The way I did my hair, it took me forever to get it to work with my hair. I had to make it extra tight and then somehow manage to put it down so that I can bring my hair out so that it wasn't covered by, or so that it wasn't being pulled back by this, so that the string would be behind my hair. It was a fucking nightmare putting this thing on, but I absolutely love it. This giant, it looks so great. But yeah, one of the rhinestones fell off. I don't know if you can see. I'm gonna have to put my glasses back on. I'm gonna have to look at the picture over here because the camera may be right there, but if I have the screen, if I have the recording set or the recording video right in front of me, it can reflect in my glasses, so I gotta put it on the other screen. So let me make sure that you guys can see it. As you can plainly see, one of the rhinestones is missing. There's two there when there's supposed to be three. So I have to replace that somehow. I have to find the right size, and I don't even think I have the right size of these. I'd have to buy a new one. I'd have to buy a whole new set to replace it. God damn it, son of a bitch. But I mean, it could have been a lot worse. This whole thing could have fallen apart. And to be honest, I had to put it in my luggage. When I was flying out, and even when I was just traveling back and forth, it had to stay in my luggage because I couldn't do anything else with it. And so I'm not surprised. I'm honestly like shocked that more rhinestones did not fall off. In fact, it actually kept its shape. I do have to like bend it back a little bit every now and again because it does easily bend the metal, because I'm not quite sure what kind of metal this is. This isn't I don't think it's aluminum. I think it's something else. But I love it. I think it's huge, but at the same time, it just works perfectly for that gold dress that I have with the over corset, with the underbust that I have. But yeah, that was everything I got. And the trip was nice, and Easter was interesting. I spent it with my mom's side of the family, and that was an interesting Easter, I have to say. And again, it was just family stuff. And then I was supposed to leave Monday. Monday night, I was supposed to come back here to Alaska. Well, okay, so a giant volcano on one of the islands exploded. Now, we do actually have a lot of volcanoes in Alaska, and we do have a lot of earthquakes. We actually do have earthquakes here. We have some of the biggest recorded earthquakes are in Alaska. Who is making all that noise? I don't know. Oh, I also bought a DVD of one of my favorite animes. It's called Holic. I absolutely love it. I got like the first season, the first 24 episodes. I love it. I've been looking for this thing for the last couple of years. Out of all the booths, there was like 5 or 6 booths that were selling anime. Only one of them had it, and they only had 1 copy of it. So I snatched that son of a bitch up, and it's mine now, and I'm never letting it go. Now I just gotta look for the rest of it, including the movies. But yeah, I was supposed to go Monday night, but the volcano erupted, and it just shot up a shit ton of ash, and an airplane flew through that. Well, volcanic ash and airplanes don't mix. Normally when a volcano erupts, anything within like 600-700 miles gets shut down for a reason. When the volcanic ash went through the engines, it shut the engines down. The plane fell 10,000 feet before they got the engines restarted and could fly again. No. No. That would have been absolutely terrifying. I couldn't do that. Oh my god. But yeah, everybody, in the end, they were able to get the plane to fly again. Nobody died. There were no injuries. There were probably a lot of heart attacks. And a bunch of like that was probably a life-changing event for a few people. But yeah, they grounded everyone, and as soon as I found out, I got on the phone with Alaskan Airlines, and I was trying to get home as soon as possible, but they couldn't fly me out till Wednesday night. And I was really hoping to come back, Tuesday, like afternoon maybe or something, but there was no way. Everything was booked solid. And even and a lot of the flights were even overbooked Tuesday, because everybody that was supposed to fly out Monday, their planes, everything got canceled. There was like 3 flights. 3 planes full of people. These planes were like full. They were all canceled as well. So I was on hold for 10 minutes just trying to get a flight. I was on hold over 10 minutes just to talk to somebody so I can rebook my flight. Thank God I didn't have to pay anything. They automatically rebooked me. Then the ferry, he didn't have to go back to work. They gave him extra time off because of everything. Because I mean, like, what are his bosses? He can't control volcanoes. You just can't control a natural disaster like that. So what were they gonna do? They could not punish him for a volcano exploding and me being unable to get home on time. So fortunately, he got the extra time off. He was able to stay with the kids. And I didn't fly out until Wednesday night. But, for between Monday night and Wednesday, I ended up staying with my in-laws. And they live in Olympia, in the capital. And I love them. They're great people. They're very friendly, very open. They're very warm. They're, who's making all the noise? Sorry about that. But yeah, so it was really nice spending time with them. I didn't really get to see a lot of them because they both work. But they ended up taking me out to dinner Tuesday night, and it was a lot of fun. So yeah, I also got to see his grandparents for a little bit. That was cool. And then I ended up taking what's called the Capital Airporter, which is just it's a bus system or a van service to get you from there to the pier in Seattle or to the airport. So I ended up taking that because we weren't sure if they were going to be home in time. They weren't going to be home in time to get me to the airport because it's a good, like, almost hour drive, without traffic to get from Olympia all the way to Seattle. And we hit traffic. Like, there was some decent traffic. There's a certain spot, because there's a military base there, Fort Lewis, and we've actually been stationed there. And the traffic after work is absolutely horrendous. So we hit that, and that can take you a long time to get through. But other than that, it actually was decent. I ended up leaving earlier than I thought I was going to. I got there about when I thought I would, just because of traffic. But I ended up sitting at the airport for like 3 hours. I got there 3 hours early, and I had like 2.5 hours to just sit around and do nothing. I ended up getting something to eat, and I still had to wait around, so I got on the laptop and I just played games, and then we finally got in, finally boarded, and I guess, I don't know what was going on with the plane, but it was taking the guy, their engineer or something, a long time to do the checklist and everything, and we ended up leaving a half hour late, so yay me, which means I got home over a half hour later than I was hoping to. You know, fuck my life, right? So I got home at 1 o'clock in the morning, Thursday morning, which would be today for me. Oh yay. So I didn't get a whole lot of sleep. I don't sleep well on planes, and when I do sleep, it's not really good sleep. Like, I'm still somewhat conscious with my surroundings and everything. I can't fully sleep on a plane. It doesn't work for me. I have tried, and I have failed every time, so it's never gonna happen. But yeah, I'm just glad I didn't have to like do a connecting flight. I didn't have to fly in through Anchorage, because that was a possibility. But they were able to get me the direct flight, and I mean, it's a 3.5 hour flight. It's not that bad to get from where I live in Alaska down to Seattle, you know, or from Seattle up to where I live. You know, 3.5 hours, that's not bad at all. You know, most people do longer flights than that in their lifetime. And I'm gonna end up doing that flight one more time to get back down to Seattle when I move, because all of you know I'm moving to Texas here in a few months. So that's gonna be interesting, having to do that with 2 kids. That's gonna be a nightmare. But yeah, I just wanted to let you guys know how the trip was. I'm so glad to be home. I can't tell you how glad I am to be home. Just a lot of family drama. The convention was fun. Being back in Seattle for a little bit was fun. You know, that state's always gonna more or less kind of be my home state, I guess, because I really don't have a hometown. I don't think I ever really lived in a place long enough to call it my hometown. I've lived in several different areas in Washington. I've lived in California. I've now lived in Alaska, you know, I've lived in Idaho, I'm now gonna live in Texas, and who God knows where else I'm gonna end up living. So I guess I can only have it like a home state, which would be Washington, since I lived there longer than anywhere else. But yeah, I just wanted to let you guys know all that stuff. I know this vlog is very, very long. This is probably the longest vlog I've ever done. Even like longer than probably like my explanation as to why I started YouTube and when I started it. And that one was like 18 minutes long. This one's gonna be, how long have I been recording this? Over 26.5 minutes. That's a long time, almost a half hour. Jesus Christ. I don't know how much I'm going to be able to cut out of this either. But yeah, that's all the time I have for today, guys. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you for sticking with me while I've kind of been absent, even from social media. Again, just because I had a lot going on. But again, I'm back, and I did miss you guys, and I missed recording, and I missed editing, and I missed playing games for you, because that's what I want to do. I want to play games for you guys, and I want to, you know, just make this channel something that you can enjoy, and not doing that and not working just feels weird to me sometimes, and it felt really weird this last week, which is why I had to record something to put up for Friday last week, because if I didn't, I was gonna lose my mind. That's why I played Ink again, and that's why I had my mental break playing that game. But yeah, thank you so much for watching. If you like this video, hit that like button, subscribe for more of my videos. Stay tuned, and I hope you guys enjoy all of the footage I took of the convention and of Pike Place Market. I did it for you guys because I thought you would really like it, and I also did it for the fairy and for the little dragons that are hopefully asleep by now, because I know how much they miss Saddle as well. But again, as always, I am Sarus Drake, and I do love you guys. I missed you. I'm glad to be back, and I can't wait to do all the videos that I want for you. And I will talk and play for you guys in the next episode. So, bye-bye! Tired, sleep, tired. Oh my god. Oh, what is this? Oh, what? Oh, are you?